The following portion of Daytime is sponsored by older Lundy Koch and Martino.
When you are wrongfully injured, the moments after the accident can be overwhelming and stressful. However, our next guest says there are certain steps you should take to ensure that your personal injury case is set up for success. Joining us with expert advice is Anthony Martino, civil litigation attorney and partner at older Lundy Koch and Martino. Welcome back. It's nice to see you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So what would you say are some of the biggest mistakes that people made in the days after they are injured?
There's a couple of big ones that we routinely see. It's a failure to document the scene. So auto accident, take pictures of where the vehicles are located and what the damages look like. If it's a fall, take pictures of the condition that caused you to fall and preserve the shoes and clothing that you were wearing. And if you get injured by a product, you need to keep that product unaltered so that I can have experts look at it later.
What about seeking treatment? Because I wonder if there's a gap in seeking medical treatment, if that could hurt your claim.
Certainly. Gaps and delays are really detrimental to a claim. From an outset, a failure to immediately seek treatment doesn't give the doctors the requisite basis to document your pain. Pain's subjective. There's no way to objectively test that. Plus, if you're in pain, people in pain seek treatment. So it's suggestive of the fact that you may not have been injured, or it's insufficient to burden you to seek treatment. And then, of course, it's going to reduce your economic damages as well. And lastly, to the extent you're not following through with medical advice, then the argument is you're the one to blame for the continuation of your pain and symptoms because you're not receiving mitigation of those by undergoing the treatment recommended.
Those are things we may not think about, so thanks for telling us that. What about speaking with the insurance company? At what time should you give a recorded statement about the accident and about your injuries?
Not unless I tell you to. You know, the opposing insurance company, you have no obligation to speak to them. Okay, and so they're adverse to you from the outset, and they're going to ask you questions they're not entitled to the answers to. And you're not going to be prepared at that point. Presumably, you're still under the shock of the event. You're also in pain. You may not be thinking clearly. This is where a lawyer is going to help prepare you for those statements, walk you through what happened, what you know, what you remember, not make educated guesses, not make suppositions as to what may have transpired, because those then, if proven inaccurate, seem to suggest you weren't being credible.
When should someone reach out to a lawyer after an accident? How quickly?
As soon as possible, right? So consultation with me is free. Ultimately, you know, attorney's fees aren't paid until the case is successfully concluded in your favor. So there's no financial risk to you to do so. But I'm going to assist you in ensuring you get appropriate medical evaluations and treatment. I'm going to handle the aspects of the claim so you can focus on trying to get better. It doesn't cost anything to do that.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate your insight.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Good.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
Insurance companies' own research shows that represented claimants' settlements are 3.5 times higher than unrepresented parties.
That means don't try to handle it on your own.
I wouldn't.
No reason to.
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank
Thank you.
Good information. And if you'd like more information, visit olderlundylaw.com or call 813-254-8998. Daytime, we'll be right back.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by older Lundy Koch and Martino.